Hello everybody, my name is Bandit and welcome to another FSang18 Hero Pack review. In today's video, thanks to these comments, we're doing the Viltrumites. This is going to include the regular Viltrumites, Omni-Man and Invincible, because the power set is all the exact same. Before we get started, I would like to say this is a Forge mod and a Fabric mod. It is not an add-on for Bedrock, it's an add-on to a Java mod. So this won't work on mobile, this will only work on Java, and it only works on 1.20.1. With that all of the way, let's get into how to become a Viltrumite. So there are a few ways to become a Viltrumite. In fact, there's three. The first way is to craft the Viltrumite DNA. The second is to trade it with this guy or trade it with this guy. First, we'll talk about crafting it though. So in order to craft the Viltrumite DNA, you will need a smithing template, augmented human blood, and an elytra. You're going to take all of these items and you're going to put them into the smithing table. And this will get you the Viltrumite DNA. If you don't know, the augmented human DNA is simply by shift right-clicking an empty syringe, and you can make this with iron ingots, glass panes, and an iron nugget. But if I hold shift and then right-click, I get my human DNA, and if I stick that into a furnace like this, it will turn into augmented human DNA after some time. So that's the first way to get it. The second way is to trade with a wandering villager, and so there's a chance the wandering villager will have this trade for Viltrumite DNA, and this takes a smithing template and 36 emeralds, and you can get that. You can also trade with a scientist villager, and he has to be level 5 in order to have a chance at offering that. And here he offers a artificially created symbiote and the Viltrumite DNA for the same exact price. In order to create a scientific villager, you'll need a scientific table, and to create that table, you'll have a crafting table, a book and quill, a paper, and a glass bottle. And just like any other villager job, place that block next to a regular unemployed villager and you can get him and start trading him up. Before I go into the powers, let's take a look at the suits this time. We'll start with Invincible's. He has two variations, his original yellow suit, and this is what it looks like with my skin. Not the most flattering outfit, I'll say. Let's take a look at the blue variant. Again, with my skin, it looks like a blindfold, but the suit itself looks pretty cool. Now let's take a look at the Omni-Man. 13 armor bars, actually. It's a little less, and he doesn't come with a mask because his face is exposed. And then we have two variations of the Viltrumite suit. This one here is a Viltrumite soldier, and this one here is a Viltrumite captain. The only difference being the chest plate and the little design that's on it. The Viltrumite leggings and boots are the exact same for both outfits. So here is the soldier and here is the captain outfit. For this video, I think I'm going to be wearing the original Omni-Man, but after we get our powers. To get the power with the Viltrumite DNA syringe, simply look in the air and right click, and you will gain the powers of the Viltrumite. By default, you get 6 armor bars and 24 health. And if we check out our damage and base form, we do 4 damage a hit. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know how the upgrades go. We hit the E key and we go into this powers menu, and we have combat skill tree, passive, movement skills, and accessibility skills. We're going to start with the combat skill tree. Each one of these upgrades will upgrade your strength, so I'm just going to upgrade them all at the same time so we can see what the max is. 140 levels later, we have maxed out the strength, and we now do 16 damage per hit. Now let's take a look at the passive skill tree. This middle path here is for durability, so let's upgrade all of those. There we go. Now without any armor, we have 18 armor bars. The next path is enhanced toughness, and this increases our toughness to 8. This next path is increased health, and that does exactly what it sounds like. There are 6 levels of it, and we get up to 50 hearts when fully maxed out. And then finally, the top 2 upgrades are for enhanced healing, which gives you a passive healing ability even when you're out of food. That's all of the passive skills, so let's move on to the movement skill tree. The first one is enhanced speed, and this allows you to run faster. By default, it doesn't do anything, but we can toggle it using the super speed toggle upgrade here for 0 levels, and now we have a speed that's quite a bit faster. And it's actually already got auto step as well. That's good because without auto step, it makes running a real pain. Let's check out the rest of these. We have enhanced speed level 2, and then we have the option from there to move on to flight or increase our speed even more. Let's just max out the speed real quick. This is my regular walk speed, and let's see if we can sprint on ice. Yeah, it definitely goes a little faster, and it's also draining my hunger so fast. But we're definitely very fast on the ground. Let me just get my protein for the day. From here, we need to go down to flight, and that gives us the ability to fly, obviously. And then there's a bunch of different upgrades for speeding up the flight. We're just going to get them all to save some time here. To activate, you double tap like regular, and you can just hold forward to do a slow, menacing fly towards someone. Or if you hold the sprint key, you switch into flying mode. Flying with the Viltrumite definitely feels a little weird. I don't know if you can tell in the camera. It's a little shaky, but it's still a pretty cool flight system, especially the way it looks. Let's actually toggle on the enhanced fly speed to see if this makes us faster or slower. Oh, this makes us faster. It wasn't even toggled on. Those are all of the passive upgrades, so let's go to the accessibility upgrades. So in here, we already have a few things unlocked, and that's combat mode and block incoming damage. So the block incoming damage works when you're in combat mode, so let me summon a husk. Right now he's attacking me. I'm not taking damage because I have a lot of armor bars, but if I switch into combat mode with V and hold right click, this activates a block. And now when I'm blocking, nothing can hurt me. It also kind of looks a little weird. It looks like I have to go to the bathroom. The next ability here is Enhanced Lungs, and this increases the time you can spend underwater. If we increase this the first time, we can now spend 1 minute underwater. If we do this, we can do 5 minutes, next is 10 minutes, then 20 minutes, and then 1 hour, and you gain the ability to breathe in space. So you can fly up into space and breathe, I guess nothing. You don't need air, really. By the way, the next upgrade is our Super Punch, so let's give that an unlock here. And at first it seems like nothing has actually shown up, but that's because you need to actually toggle it on and off. So if we go back into the powers menu, up here beyond this upgrade, we have Super Punch toggle, and you will need to turn this on in order to have the option to Super Punch when you're in combat mode. The reason it's toggleable is because it's bound to left click, and when you do it, yeah, that's why it's not default on. So that kind of just destroyed the dummy and half of my display. But let's put the dummy here and see if we can do any damage from far away, because it is a ranged Super Punch. All right, that did about 30 damage, and of course you can see the damage to the landscape that it did. Viltrumites are not to be messed with. Let's see if we can get these sheep. Let's see if we get them all. Yeah, we hit all those sheep. This one survived barely, but we did put a huge crater into the ground. But it gets a little crazier because we can actually upgrade multiple super punches, which is multiple punches through the air. And to do this, we have to hold shift and then left click. And here we go, multi-super punch. Yeah, and that makes a bigger crater for sure. The multi-punch does have a super long cooldown, so be aware of that. There we go, it's all charged. Let's see what this does to the poor dummy. Okay, it didn't even register what the damage was, but it did blast this huge crater, and the dummy he's nowhere to be found. And real quick, if you're enjoying it so far, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Like, some percentage of you are not subscribed, I guess, so you better do it. Come on, you know you want to. You know you want to. The next upgrade we have here is Ground Smash, and similar to the other ones, I think this is going to blow a hole into the ice. So let's actually come over here real quick and do it on the land. You have to be on the ground in order to do this, and for me, it's the N key. Let's hit it. Yeah, that's just a little bit of damage, I'd say. We can try to do this on the dummy to see if we can get a reaction from him. Let's try this. That said 15 damage a second, so it might have done 15 damage for the explosion. It's kind of hard to tell with these explosions what exactly the damage is, so you'll just have to take the dummy's word for it, I guess. The next upgrade we have is Destructive Flight. When this is on and you get past the sound barrier on full speed, you should be able to just fly through things, and that didn't quite work. Ah, my bad, you have to toggle it on. If you hit the M key, or hold the M key, there we go. We're just flying through everything. Nothing can stop us, except sometimes a tree. Let's see if we can just fly through this mountain. Here we go, here we go. Oh, we just flew through that entire mountain. I mean, it's definitely a Viltrumite move to fly through mountains like that and destroy everything in the path. This is a crazy ability. Oh yeah, let's fly through this one. Come on. And that was so fast, too. We just zoomed through. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we can put on this Omni-Man because we are doing some real destruction right now. By the way, with armor, it does stack for your ability. So with Omni-Man's armor, we are up to 31 + 8 toughness. All right, let's see how we can possibly get stronger. Viltrumite Rage. There's 3 upgrades of this. The first one is for activating it for a minute. The second is increasing the damage that you deal when in rage mode. And the third one is increasing the damage even more. So how does rage mode work? Well, in order to activate it, you just hit the comma key and you can see I am enraged. I'm physically vibrating. This Viltrumite Rage lasts for 1 minute. I look super cool. Our damage has increased to 22 per hit, and I believe your destructive flight will work a little bit better when in the rage mode. Also, your other abilities like the multi-punch will do a slightly bigger explosion damage and more regular damage as well. And of course, it just looks so cool. Imagine scaring your friends on the Minecraft server, walking up to them looking like this. And when it's done, it just puts you back to normal and has quite a long cooldown. But we did it. That is all the upgrades for the Viltrumite, but the Viltrumite can get even stronger. So you may have noticed there's an energy bar on the bottom right of my screen. Every Minecraft day that passes, that bar will go up by 1 for a max of 500. And each day, the Viltrumite gains more and more strength. Because I'm cheating, I'm gonna use this scoreboard command to actually increase my age artificially. So let's upgrade it to 10 days. 10 days is enough to get me 1 extra heart. And if I punch this dummy, I do a little bit more damage. Before I was doing 16 damage and now I'm doing 0.4 damage. Let's upgrade it to 20. You can see I'm doing 0.4 more damage again, and I'm about to get another heart. At 100 days, I get 54 hearts, and our damage has actually gone up to 20. And remember, this can max out at 500 days. So let's just skip it all the way to 500. There we go. We are at day 500 and we have 70 hearts. Our armor has actually gone up. We're at 51 armor bars and our damage has gone up to 36 per hit. And again, we can still go into rage mode to increase that even more. Logically, I think there's only one thing we can do with this new power, and that's face the warden. Weak. Pathetic. Let's hit that ground slam. Where did he go? Oh, he just flew down. You can see he does do some damage to us. He does quite a bit of damage to us. Okay, he's actually doing more damage than I thought. There we go. We were able to kill him just with our fist. The strongest mob in Minecraft defeated. I did take quite a bit of damage there, but that's just because I wasn't really paying attention. But if we switched on... Oh, there actually, it says we've grown older. So did that actually go up? Yes, our age has actually gone up to 501. So apparently 500 is not the max. I thought it was the max, and it might be because I cheated it to 500 that it's still able to go up. But that makes me think, how old can we make the Viltrumite? Let's summon back our dummy, and remember, we do 36 damage whenever we hit him. So let's try to increase our age even further. What happens if I double it? Oh, it worked. We're at 90 hearts and 71 armor. And if we do damage, we do 56 damage a hit. Wait, how far can this go? 10,000? We are at 450 hearts with 431 armor bars. We do 416 damage a hit. Hold on, let's summon the warden back and see how strong we are now. 1, 2, two-shot the warden. And if I summon him back, I bet he can't even hurt me now. He can still hit me, actually, even with 431 armor bars. That's kind of crazy. I wonder if he has a piercing effect that just ignores armor. But we're not here for 10,000. Let's honestly just go straight for the big one. 1 million. We are a 1 million year old Viltrumite, and we have 1,000 armor bars and 1,000 health. Let me get the dummy down. Let's see how much we do. 2,048 damage. The Viltrumite can become one of the strongest, if not the most strongest hitting heroes in this pack. Just FYI, your days do reset whenever you die. So if I did this, all of my days have gone back down. So your Viltrumite age is dependent on the days you've stayed alive in Minecraft. So the longer you stay alive, the stronger you get. But that's all we have today for the Viltrumite showcase. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if there's any more mutants you want me to do. The add-on pack is currently being worked on in terms of an update, but once that update for it is finished, I will be going through all of the mutants in the pack in one long video, so look forward to that, and make sure you're subscribed not to miss it. Also, I've got a Discord down below if you want to join and say hi. Well, that's all I have to say, so I'll see you guys in the next video.